Corruption seems rife in the Kanjo Commission. They truly are right. Alright, time for me to answer your question. Straight to the point. I belong to the Kamisato clan of the Yashiro Commission on Narukami.
You've been keeping your true identity. So, the Yashiro Commission.
Correct. The Kamisato clan is the head of the Yashiro Commission, who manage ceremonial and cultural. I'm just someone who was fortunate enough to be taken in by the Kamisato clan. My role is to take care of the...
Seems like she must be super famous in Inazuma.
Oh, most definitely. She's graceful, dignified. Her fame even somewhat eclipses that of her older brother, Kamisato Ayato. I suppose those who treat others with compassion earn themselves the same treat. You're asking the right questions. And to be honest, I don't want to keep you in the dark. Firstly, you should know that being a fixer is not something you can fake. I spent the better part of a month tirelessly building up.
Still pretty good going for just a month's work.
Well, maybe I have a slight knack for schmoozery. Inazuma may have closed off to the outside world, but that hasn't stopped a lot of... So, when Miss Kamisato heard of your intention to come to Inazuma, she began looking forward to you. That is, that you have what it takes to change the tide of the times.
Change the tide of the times?
In the test I gave you earlier, although there were a few hiccups at the end, it was navigating powerful people, using their character flaws to your advantage. With your help, even the Vision Hunt decree... That's an unexpected development. Perhaps our sources were misleading. Yes, of course. I completely understand and...
Toma sure didn't...
Well... My work on Rito is done. Oh, one more thing. This invitation letter is for you. Good luck with everything. See you soon.
Toma's not such a bad guy, huh? We should get going. Huh? What's up? Oh, right! Paimon forgot all of... Wait, so... Did Toma forget that too? Oh, darn it! No wonder he was so mad. As soon as we get off Ritu, Paimon's going straight to Well, guess we should give it a try. Let's...
Stop there! Present your...
Sorry, but we really gotta get to Narukami.
If you don't have a travel permit, this is as far as you'll get.
As expected. Traveler, you gotta think of something. Are you saying we should go and meet with the Guess it can't hurt to try. Even if Paimon... Who knows? Maybe he's our biggest fan.
Halt! This is the Kanjo Commissioner's office. Nope.
We're here to see,
The Kanjo Commissioner seldom entertains Outlanders. Leave now or we'll be forced to...
Ah, wait.
Oh, Commissioner!
These two are honored guests from afar. No need to... Come on in. Let's see what we can do for you.
Huh. Did you get all that, Mr.?
My sincere apologies.
I am Hiragi Shinsuke, Kanjo Commissioner.
Nice to meet you, sir. So, the reason we wanted to come and see you was because...
All right, all in good time. Two travelers renowned far and wide.
So what you're saying is, we really are pretty...
Absolutely. How many other people in the world have what it takes to knock the wind?
Exactly! Paimon thinks you make...
And I hear you also foiled a Fatui plot in...
Whoa! You heard about that too?
As I thought.
Something wrong?
No. Rito is greatly honored to have you. One other thing I heard about you is your great zeal for helping other people.
Oh, sure! No problem! Whatever you need, right?
Excellent. Well then. You must know the Qingxian. A flower grows on the...
Yep, we've picked a few of those before.
Yes, bring me 300 Qingxian, would you? Freshly picked, I mean.
Did Paimon hear that wrong?
Too much trouble, is it? Then how about this? We have a few items that need delivering. Perhaps you can help with that?
That sounds much more like it.
709 letters, to be precise.
Hey, what gives? How come you don't have people to do that already?
Terribly sorry. We're just a little short on people lately.
What sort of an explanation is that? Traveler, what are we going to do? Should we really help this guy?
That's the spirit. Don't keep me waiting too long now.
Halt, you two!
What are we...
Miss Hiragi has a letter for you. She insists that you read it immediately.
A letter? Quick! Let Paimon see! So this means she wants you to secretly meet her at night? But you didn't seem surprised at all by this. Let's go... Huh? Have you been up to something behind Paimon's back? Let's ask her tonight and see what she has to say.
You finally arrived. This is technically the second time we have met. It's a pleasure to see you again.
Wow. She's the daughter of the Hiragi clan.
No need to be so formal. I've long marveled at your accomplishments.
Is it Paimon, or does something seem a bit off here?
The reason why I wanted to secretly meet you here is, well, I feared that I might never have an...
Discuss what?
Ahem. I should like to ask for your help with delivering a letter.
Like father, like daughter. Couldn't you be more...
No, you misunderstand me. Please, I was hoping that you could deliver a letter to Narukami Island in my stead. It is to be given... My father has always forbidden me from communicating with him. He knows that there are prospects... There is no one who would dare defy my father's will on Rito, but you are Outlanders.
Oh, Paimon gets the whole picture now.
Of course, in doing so, I will also do everything in my... To be perfectly honest, as long as you remain in Inazuma...
Yeah, we figured as much. It was pretty obvious.
I secretly overheard a conversation between my father and a very arrogant-sounding woman. They seem to be discussing how to keep you here on Rito. In fact, we don't have much time. I'll tell you my plans to help you off the island. It just so happens that... Very well. I'll be waiting for you at the border. I'm counting on... Hold on, please. These goods are being sent to...
My lady, this is an unexpected honor. You are correct. These goods have been...
Is there something wrong, Lady Hiragi?
No, as you were. My father simply has some concerns of the shipment's safety, and has ordered that...
My lady, you aren't
Please, do not cause us any further delay. If memory serves me right, my father has...
Yes, of course, my lady. It's just that, well, we...
Now, need I remind you of the penalty if anything were to happen? Do you really presume that you can fully guarantee my...
Boy, Chisato can talk the talk.
Yes, my lady. Very well then. It's an honor to have...
Shinojo, you can't really be agreeing to this.
Well, the request is from Lady Hiragi herself. It is our duty...
Yes, but that's not the problem here.
Well then, if we're through here, I suggest we set off at once. Dawdling will only allow potential thieves more time to prepare, no?
Yes, my lady. You heard her. There's no time to lose.
We can take refuge in the village up ahead. How are you faring, my lady?
I'm perfectly all right. You may stop here. In my letter, I've requested Kamaji to grant you a special travel permit.
My lady?
So that's how it is.
No, Lady Hiragi would never hide anything from us. I'm sure of it.
I'm not afraid to say that he's the one.
The one you love?
Shinojo, did you honestly think that...
What? No, I was just clarifying, that's all.
You two needn't worry. Please, forget that this ever happened. If my father catches word.
Yes, of course. As you wish, my...
But what will happen if your action...
Don't fret. My father has always been one to spoil me. The worst he'd do is send in.
Huh. Paimon never suspected a guy...
I wish you a safe journey. I'm sure.
Bye, Chisato!
Come now. Quit your staring and let's get moving. We've got goods to shift.
All right.
According to the letter, this should be the place.
Sorry, we don't serve the general public.
Wait! We're not the general public.
Well then, you must be a couple of wandering outlanders that snuck into the nation.
Are our clothes really so... oh!
The Yashiro Commission's seal. This must be from Mr. Toma. In which case, welcome to the Komore Tea House, a safe haven for the Yashiro Com-
Well, that sounds more like it. Well, now that we're here, where's Paimon doesn't see him anywhere.
Who forgot their promise? I was beginning to think you'd
What? Is that the...
Relax, no need. Huh. So you didn't see anything like this?
Now that you mention it, this does suddenly seem less out of the ordinary.
All right. I've had my fun.
Hey! You're this close to getting an ugly nickname, mister!
Well, I've had some time to kill, given that I've been waiting. So I came up with this little fun greeting for when you arrived. But in all seriousness, I would like to apologize about that little test you went through. It helped us determine whether or not to bring you before Miss Kamisato.
Don't think that Paimon's gonna forgive you just because...
Sorry, did I overdo it? My apologies. Let me just say this. You've often found yourself skirting the rules from the very... Naturally, this is due to your unwavering and resolute determination. A long time ago, we had a friend who was much the same. But when the lightning struck... so you've heard of his story. His light still burns all the more brightly. Yes, of course. I will bring you to the Kamisato residence where the Yashiro Commission is located. But before that, there is one other place I was hoping you both would accompany.
Oh? Where?
I would like you to come with me to the statue of the omnipresent god. It's still under construction now.
This area sure feels gloomy. Are Paimon's eyes playing tricks? Or are there things embedded in the statue?
Visions.
Visions? You mean all the visions that are collected from the Vision Hunt decree are put into the statue?
So you've already heard of the Vision Hunt decree. Before I try to explain, I should perhaps remind you first that Mondstadt is the city of freedom, and Liyue is the city of contracts. As for Inazuma, it's known as the Nation of Eternity. The Raiden Shogun is both the nation's most powerful ruler. The eternity in question is her endless and unchanging will to rule. As such, she relies on the Tri-Commission to regulate the nation's affairs, and the Shogun wishes to keep Inazuma in stasis, allowing the stream of time.
Seems like every god has their own will.
Of course, this is my own limited understanding. As for perhaps the Shogun believes that visions grant people the power to change. Whatever the case, the fact is that the Raiden Shogun has dispatched the Tenryo, and this statue of the omnipresent god can be seen.
But if that's the case, wouldn't you say that the raid...
Only Outlanders such as yourselves would ever do. And yet, I agree. The Vision Hunt Decree is something that's...
Huh? Hey, are you okay? You look like your mind is up.
Sound? What sound? I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, you touched the statue, and then what?
Aspirations? That would seem to have you heard it before? That when a person's ambition reaches a certain strength, the gods, that is where visions come from. In other words, a person's vision represents their ambition. So if what you just said is true, then the ambitions of these people are stronger than I am. All right, time for the next stop on our tour of Narukami Island, the Kamisato residence.
Finally! So, this is the kind of place where the big shots of Inazuma live, huh?
Welcome at last to the Kamisato residence, honored guest.
Is this the Shirazage Himegimi you keep Oh, behind the screen?
Yes. As the daughter of the Yashiro Commission, this is... Consider it a time-honored tradition within the Yashiro Commission.
Makes sense. She's a super...
Please forgive my lack of courtesy for receiving you in this fashion. Especially following such a long... I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. At present in Inazuma, in the name of the Vision Hunt Decree, though the Yashiro Commission serves the Shogun, it is the people with... A commission's power rises and falls with the trust of their people. Thus, Traveler, lend us your power, and we can... Oh...
See, milady, it's just like I said. This will take us nowhere.
No, please! Wait! Please, don't go! I will introduce you to the Raiden Shogun, on one condition.
What are your wishes?
They pertain to 3 whose visions were taken from them.
A warrior who guards a village, a former samurai who helped carry out the Vision Hunt Decree, and a...
Correct. Please do all you can to help them. Then you have my gratitude.
I'm sure you'll do great.
Let's see. Where's the person Ayaka told us about?
Why are you doing this?
Precisely. It's much too... The children are desperate for you to take them out to play.
That must be the guy Ayaka told us about.
Ah, you must... Tejima has protected this place, keeping out the treasure hoarders, fending off any monsters that draw near, resolving quarrels. But now, all of a sudden, we will gladly apologize if that's the...
If you want my opinion, it's clear that Tejima had done nothing wrong. And still, I can't claim to fully understand it. But I could tell that he'd lost something very important to him. Truth be told, we aren't sure whether trying to keep him here is the right thing.
Seems like he's a well-respected god. You must be Tejima. So what's made you wanna
Me? It's not a question. True. But That's not why. And what made me want to come here 30 years ago? I don't have answers to those questions because I can't remember anymore. In the past, I knew I wanted to stay here. But whatever.
Okay. Well, in that case, if we help you But if you can't remember anything... Oh, maybe if you just try a little harder to remember...
Oh, that reminds me. Last time
I keep a diary? If you say...
Oh, yes, you do. And what's more, I remember you saying at the time that you want...
Perfect! So if we want to keep Tejima from leaving, we just need to find a stuff...
If you don't mind, we will leave you to find the diary. We...
One day, I'll be as great as we.
This looks like Tejima's diary. Let's see what we have here. Today, the villagers and I got together to cook dry braised salted fish. Today, I helped rescue a kid who had fallen in the water. After I pulled him out, he told me I went kite flying today. The string broke, so I chased after it as fast as I could. Seems like your average diary of daily village life. Huh? Wait, there's more! I went to pray at the shrine again today and stayed there a while. Now that's the kind of info we're looking for. Time to pay a visit. So this is the interesting. Looking at the... But anyway, if he had this with him all the time... The soil looks like it's been disturbed. Maybe Tejima must be something pretty amazing if it made him stick around for 30... It looks like a letter. Konda Village. Sounds so familiar. Where is that place again? So the reason Tejima came here was to wait for someone. But he's been here for 30 years. Oh, well, let's go give Tejima his stuff back and take it...
Well, I'll be. That's certainly my hand. But I have no memory. Still, it's clear that I was waiting. Over the years, I must have made a note of anything interesting. And just look at all the things that did happen. How could I have forgotten something so important to me? Love, regret, everything. No, not. After all, I've forgotten who she was. It's as if she'd never been in my life to begin with. I think maybe not. Although, what if she were to turn up eventually? When I think about it like that. How curious. Why am I thinking like this when I don't even remember? I shall remain here and keep waiting for her.
Tejima seems to be dealing... okay? Seems it's just like Ayaka and Toma were saying. If that certainly explains the state Tejima... At least we were able to help him. We're... Well, let's go find the next person. According to Miss Kamisato, the second one who lost their vision is a samurai from the Tenryou Commission. They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining... But why would they take action against one... Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold?
The entire clan is counting on that food. How many times do I have to say it? I don't know it.
You dare deceive us? Those provisions are a set.
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this.
Oh, huh? And who are you? What?
What? We just happened to be passing by. We heard the commotion and came to see what the matter was.
I see. You seem to have come just at the right time. This is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and a member of the Shogun's army. In the past, we'd simply ask him for provisions and everything would be delivered. Now, he's keeping the provisions for himself. I just know it. We'll starve without them.
No one seems to care about us. We used to think Kurosawa was a kind man. But it's no wonder all the visions have been confiscated. The Raiden Shogun doesn't need people like him helping her.
This must be one of the people Ayaka asked us to help. But maybe we should talk to Kurosawa and see what he has to say.
I've never even heard of these emergencies. I don't know whether it's rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. But my own family can barely get by as it is. And that's the first bit of truth I've heard all day.
Well, that's strange. You were helping him
To be perfectly honest, I don't seem to remember the details. All I know is that I will perform certain things every month. And it's not just that. I have this...
Does it have to do with the missing emergency provisions?
I didn't take any. Like I said, if I was to top it all off, my house was just raided by treasure hoarders. If you don't believe me, go find the treasure hoarders yourself.
Huh. He seems to be telling the truth. But we better confirm. Let's go round up. We should be able to follow their tracks. They couldn't have gone too far.
We really outdid ourselves this time. All those samurai houses packed with goods.
You haven't seen anything yet. There'll be a lot more with it. Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you all on an epic journey of pillage and plunder.
You demand, boss.
These seem like the treasure hoarders we're after. Sit down.
Oh, there goes all the Mora. Come on, boss. Think of some...
Not bad, kid. Kurosawa. So he's the one who sent you after us, huh?
So what did you see inside?
Food supplies. You kidding? That place was a complete I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I was planning on opening. But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal?
You've got a deal. Now show us what's in the box.
Huh?
What the?
There's nothing in here but IOUs!
Yeah, a lot, and they all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods. We better talk to this Miss Aoi and get to the bottom of this. As for you guys, you're free to go. Just pray that our paths don't...
Yes, of course. So, we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs.
Shut it. Let's just get out of here.
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. Or perhaps they're... Ah, so you're friends of Kurosawa, I take it?
Whoa! Let's not get ahead of our... How did Kurosawa end...
Let me think. Kurosawa would come regularly to purchase large quantities of... However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his salary was no longer enough to...
So that's how he was getting those emergency provisions. But why did he have to purchase a usual amount? If
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must have been carefully calculating how Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found, so he deemed it necessary to take on the debt rather.
Wow. Kurosawa was purchasing all, and no one ever appreciated what he did.
People's attitudes will always reflect their circumstances, in the face of hardship. If you ask me, had Kurosawa told everyone, of course, I'm sure there would still have been some unrest. What he was doing. As for why he chose to spend his own money on emergency provision, if you're still curious, why don't you go at— I see. That reminds me, it seems that most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name, he'll have no choice but to—
Sword? What sword?
Oh, didn't he tell you? I've asked him about its origins. He told me that it was a gift from— In hindsight, I regret that I never— Why don't you ask him about the sword yourself? Perhaps it'll— Oh, but before you go, if you—
But we didn't—
Information is also a— Don't worry, I won't charge much for information about Kurosawa.
At least we now know where the emergency provisions are coming from. Plus, let's go talk to Kurosawa again. And... what are you doing?
I presented them with a choice. It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Did you manage to track down the treasure hoarders?
That just about sums it up. It turns out that you really were distributing—
Strange. Is that really the kind of person I was? I don't really have any such recollection. Even after all you've told me, why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? And why would I put myself in such a difficult— But I cannot deny that when I brandished my sword to scare those two away, this sword was once wielded by my father. I remember once when I was young, I wanted to sneak out with the blade. What did he say? It would seem that I forgot many important things when all I can remember now is my father telling me that this blade— and said to me—
Hey! If you look carefully, there's— Can you recognize the words?
Virtue and justice? Somehow those two words seem to explain everything, taking on seemingly endless debts to make others happy. But what use are virtue and justice? The Tenryo Commission seized my vision. And the very people I was— And the irony of all of it is, I somehow still felt sorry when threatening them with my blood. I'm incapable of being a good person, yet I'm equally unable to—
Yet another troubled soul. When we get the chance, let's speak to Toma about Kurosawa's debt. In any case, we must never let him sell off that sword. Yeah, seems like losing all ambition is a terrible experience. Fortunately for us, you don't have a vision. Let's go find the next poor soul. The third person who had their vision taken is supposed to be— Paimon heard that he's the present-day master of making— This is his dojo. Luckily, there's some people—
Nanako, don't worry. Since they will be— Those thugs that challenged the dojo were strong, but he—
Maybe, but I'm still— Things have gotten dangerous before in the past, but it's never shaken.
It's just because he's been possessed, that's all. Once the exorcist—
Hey there! Did something happen?
Who are you? I don't care whether you're trespassers or just here to harass us while Sensei is in— Don't make me draw my blade, or you won't live—
No! You got it so wrong. We just came here to—
Disciples?
Yep. We've heard— But then we got here and overheard you talking.
From the way you're dressed, please, accept my apologies. We've had so many people— You haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. Sensei got possessed recently. I see you are earnest in your pursuit. Okay, how about— Sensei's name is Domon. A name I'm sure you've... Though self-taught, he mastered the art of the sword to a high level. He once said that his goal was to become the best sword. And so, even while training us, he continued to hone his... But then...
Not long ago, Sensei had his vision taken away. He says the strangest things over and over. Junya and I have discussed it, and we both think that he's been... But if I'm honest, I still have my doubt.
The Grand Narukami Shrine? What's that?
You haven't heard of it? It's the largest shrine on Narukami Island. Not that we'd have any means of involving the head shrine maiden, of course. But even one of the ordinary shrines... So don't worry, Nanako. Sensei is going to be The exorcism will take place this evening. You're both more than...
So, losing your vision...
Shh. So you decided to come. It's a good thing. Just now, when Nanako was attending to him, when she asked him who the people were, he suddenly looked panic-stricken. It looked like he was in great distress. He was covering his ears and looked. All the while he kept calling those names. Some of them we knew. Others, one of them was Anzai. He used to be a fellow disciple of Sensei's. Sensei wouldn't stop calling his name. The ritual has now begun. All we can do is patient. Please, excuse me for a moment while I fetch some water. If you wake...
Huh? Who's that sneaking around? We won't let them get away with it. Come on, let's go at...
Ow. Are you sure you're dome? Unless... I get...
Excuse me? We're the ones asking the question. And what are you doing sneaking around these parts?
Bad news? I'll have you know I trained side. I don't care to talk about that time anymore. But it...
His senior? Wait, that means...
Anzai? Yes. Because I don't wish to see Domon or anyone else. When we were young, we trained under the same sword master. I had begun training 5 years before him, and everyone looked... Practitioners of Make-Yoshi Sui art seek to achieve stillness of mind, but Domon was different. The first thing he did when he joined was go... Sensei scolded him and told him that the art of the sword should not be used for such vain ends. I thought so too at the time. But Domon began making... Only then did I realize that it was Domon who had long... He was consumed by his singular desire to become the best in the world. He sought no...
Sure sounds like he meant business. So how come you don't want to ever see him again?
Because until he arrived, I was convinced that I would succeed our sensei. Of all the disciples, I was the most gifted. Domon's arrival changed everything. When we sparred, I lost not just... Later, I heard that he sparred with Sensei, too. Sensei was advanced. After that, I wanted nothing further to do with him. Deep down, though, so, when I heard rumors that he had lost his mind, my first reaction, I decided to quietly come and see if it were true. Then, so you see, I came here not to cause him any harm. Okay. You've heard my story.
Seems like we got it wrong this time. Still, Paimon's not sure we should bring him back with us.
What? Does that mean he's just lost his mind? But how is that possible?
Nanako, please. Try not to get agitated.
I am sorry. With what powers I have, I can find no sign of any... But spirits may take a myriad of forms in this world, many of which I can... And all is certainly not lost. For I received word not...
Lady Yai? Is that...
The head shrine maiden of the Grand Narukami Shrine?
Correct. Lady Yai is most knowledgeable indeed, and has a... I am unable to say for certain whether an evil spirit has possessed...
Excuse me, Miss Inagi, but I must...
That won't be necessary. All that is required of you is your timely arrival at the Grand Narukami Shrine. I must leave now, but we will meet soon at the shrine.
Who'd have thought Lady Yai herself would have taken notice of...
Do you mean to say that Sensei isn't renowned enough?
No, that's not what I meant at all. You misunderstand me. I just mean this is Lady Yai, the head shrine maiden. Anyway, you should join us too, tomorrow. Given that you've traveled all this way just to meet our sensei, we...
Sure! After all, everyone seems pretty excited. Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to find out a thing or two. Do you think that's Lady Yai? Also, is it just Paimon? It was probably nothing.
Keep away. Keep away from me. I gave up the art of the sword.
As you can see, Lady Yai, Domon has persisted in this state for some time now. He appears to see those who have lost...
Lady Yai, it must be a possession. This is nothing like him at all. In the past, no matter what...
I'm sorry. It is clear to me that your sensei is not possessed by...
But... Then does that...
Yes. This is unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he suffered a spirit as one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against it. As for what has triggered this change, I believe it must be the loss of his...
Stripped of his ambition? But Lady Yai... Even without his ambition...
Your school practices Meikyo Shisui art, does stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. What there was once one who claimed to be indifferent to rank and reward, and who fled enraged when defeated by his... Then, what of the one who crossed blades with his own sensei and beloved fellow disciple?
Lady Yai, I'm not sure I understand.
The path of the sword masters filled with twists and turns. It requires one to take their sword firmly in both hands and cut down. Only a deep commitment to his ambition to become the best made it possible for him. When that ambition disappeared, he began to doubt himself. Much like a certain...
Poor sensei. To think he's been...
I'm sorry. It's all my fault, Father. Since...
That's enough.
Huh? Isn't that Ansai? Did he follow us the whole way here?
Ansai? Why are there... You're here for revenge, aren't you?
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you are far from kind. It's been so long now that I made peace with it years ago. I don't think most of the people you beat along the way would hold it against you. On the contrary, now I know that we can't place our hopes in you any longer, but that is no reason to strip them of theirs. Follow the...
But what if one day... I put everything I had into trying to become the best. If there's a chance they'll end up like me one day, I'd rather they stay where they are now than go any...
Have you asked them what they think?
Sensei, after you rescued me from the hands of the pirates, I can't know whether I will suffer in my future as you... I want to keep going until the day that I can stand before everyone with my head held high.
Nanako's far from the only one. Actually, all of it...
Goodness. Well...
You see? You can place the ambition you once had in their hands. Being stripped of your ambition is something that's never happened to me, so I can't claim to understand it. But so, just as I once placed my ambitions onto you, you are not in the same position that I was. When I left...
I'm sorry to have made you worry for me, and for the state of Meikyo Shisui. I no longer have the resolve to become the best in the world. The emptiness and suffering and... But as your sensei, I shall commit to imparting unto you... This is my promise. And I humbly ask Anza...
You can count on that. I'd be checking in on you occasionally anyway, just to make sure. But I am now used to the life of a wanderer. I do not belong in the... Well, don't just stand there staring at me. Say thank you to Lady Yai and then get yourself back home.
So even though his ambition was taken away,
Traveler, a moment, please. Lady Yai.
So, my intuition was correct. The wind that blows from afar carried. For us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment. I have high hopes for you, child.
ooh, Lady Yuck, she seems super mysterious. Paimon, we can come back to it another time.